Okay, we are looking at this equation where you're studying exponential growth and decay. We're given some information about the cost of a car and asked to write the exponential decay function and then also determine how much it's going to be worth in 2022. So a couple things to keep in mind. We need to know the general format we'll be working with, which is this: y equals a times 1 plus r raised to the t. Each of these pieces has some very distinct meanings. This a right here is going to be your starting value. And then our r is our either growth or decay rate. So if it's growth, it's going to be positive. If it is decay, it's going to be negative. And then let's see, what else do we have? We have t, which is time. It's really being our x, our independent variable. This is why this is an exponential function, is because the variable is in the exponent. So then what we do is we kind of go through and we look at the context that they're giving us. Our car cost $42,500 when it was purchased in 2015. The value of the car decreases 15% annually. So it's going down 15% every year. So this one's a little bit tricky because they don't tell us that this is actually when time is beginning, but really this is our t equals 0. We're going to start keeping track of time in 2015. And if you think about starting a stopwatch, a time is always going to click up from 0. So time starts at 0. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put everything in where they go. This is going to be your A value. That's your starting value. The car began at $42,500. This is going to be your rate. Because it's decrease, it's negative, and then it's negative 15%. Now, the only other thing we have to do is we do have to convert that percent to a decimal. You cannot put the 15 in as 15. You can't just pretend like that percent symbol is not there. So just a little reminder, the percent symbol literally means percent or per 100. So to get to the decimal, we're just going to take our 15 and we are going to do per 100. That is percent. We just divide it out and that becomes 0.15 as a decimal. So this really is our R value is negative 0.15. That's really, really, really important that we recognize that. Once we know that, the pieces just go into the equation in their correct location. So we'll do y is equal to our starting value, 42,500. Now it is 1 minus 0.15, all raised to the t. Right, and really the reason that this is 1 is it's all of the value. It's the full value taking off 15%. And 1 represents 100%. This minus 15 represented decreasing by 15%. 42,500. I'm just simplifying here, and I'm going to get 0.85 raised to the t. That is my answer for part A. This is the equation. I have decreased 15%, which is the same as taking 85% of something. If you're going down 15%, it's down from 100%. And that is definitely decay because this value is less than 1. So the next part is just how much will your car be worth into 2022? Well, remember, time started at 2015. 2022 is 7 years later. So our t value is 7. We're going to take this equation and we're just going to do y is equal to 42,500 times 0.85 and raise that to the 7. And at this point, you've got to use the calculator. There's no way I'm doing that by hand. We're just going to type in exactly as we see it, 42,500 times 0.85, raise that with a caret. There we go, to the 7. Rounding to the nearest dollar, we got a 5 there in the tens place, so that's going to round this up. It's going to be 13,625. So y is 13,625, and that is dollars. So I'll go ahead and put a dollar sign here. And that is our final answer there for part B. 7 years later, the car will be worth $13,625. All right, hope that's helpful. Message me anytime.